What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Podcast Wednesday, y'all. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, July 17th. And as we said last Wednesday, we are blowing through the month of July like it's nothing. Like it is incredibly it's moving by. Like everything about this year has been kind of speediest, and July is no different. July is no different. So, welcome to another wonderful episode of SW Live. Um, we got my girl Queen C in the building today. She's going to be joining us on the show, and we're gonna be talking about what's love got to do with it. And the reason why we're going to be talking about that because we're going to be discussing other key components of a successful relationship outside of love. You're going to need love. You know, we know love is going to be there, but there are certain things that gravitate and that move you toward love, that pull you into the reason why you love someone, the reason why you push towards someone or have that yearning for someone. Love does have a lot to do with that. But we're going to talk about the components of what you need outside of love. Those things that have to be there, even if you like, because is love enough? Is love enough? Like, do you feel like you could just be energized up and like everything just works off love? And if you do feel like that, you're probably living in a fantasy world, because love cannot be enough. It just cannot. You gotta have other components that pull you into that person as well. So we're gonna jump into that today. And after we get Queen on, but let me see if I can get her on here right now. Queen, you ready, girl? You ready?
I'm here.
What's up, Queen?
What's going on? Happy
Howdy.
Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy goddamn Wednesday.
Yes, I was just saying how we speeding through the month of July.
Oh, shoot. My child finna get ready to be back in school, and I'm looking like, I'm happy I don't have those high school, middle school, elementary school problems anymore. Don't have to worry
It
about
feels
school.
so good. It feels so good.
Off with a little
It honestly feels so good not to have to deal with that. I don't even miss it right now. Like I have no inkling of missing it at all.
Why?
No
why? Look, why though, Queen? Like, why?
No reason. No reason.
I don't hate none of y'all parents that got elementary kids.
No, I mean, I wish you the best, because we had the best of times and the worst of times when we did it. So, I wish you all of the goodness that comes along with it. I'm just glad I don't have to. I'm done with all of it.
Yeah.
That part of me has passed. So, yes, Queen, welcome back. Welcome back to the show.
What is going on? How y'all people out here doing in the Shelby's World podcast or Shelby's World Live audience today? I be in the comments now. I be in the comments.
Always in the comments. Always in the comments.
Even if I don't comment, I'm watching when I'm at work with clients. So, but I'm doing good, girl. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna let you get into. I want you to tell the people about what you got going on and the things that's going on with Queen's Movement after we do this quote of the day. Let me see. We got a comment down here. We're gonna jump into the quote of the day real quick. Let's see. We got some comments. I love you two ladies. I know. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We got welcome back, Queen, from E.
What's up, E? That's up?
Right. These are our brothers, y'all. So then we got, and I respect you all, and I want to see you all very prosperous. Thank you, D. Another wonderful comment from D. All right, we're going to jump into the quote of the day, because y'all know we got to get into that before we even get into before we get into any of the conversation. Hold on one second.
Because it is a conversation.
You're welcome.
This damn thing. Okay. Quote of the day. Here we go. There's only one thing more precious than our time, and that's who we spend it on and with.
Ooh.
What you think about that, Queen?
Yeah. One thing one of my friends from childhood always said, people spend their time on what they want to spend their time on. Period, point blank. It ain't no sugarcoating it. So if they want to spend time with you, they'll spend time with you. If they don't, they just don't. Hey, it is what it is, you know. But your time is precious, and you do want to spend your time with people that's doing stuff positive, that's living a positive lifestyle. You know, people don't have time for chaos and all of that in their life.
Mm-hmm.
We had that when we was teenagers and young 20s. Like this age now, 40, baby, because I'm loving it. My time is very precious. And it's very precious who I spend it with as well.
That's right. You got it, because you can't get it back. It's a thing that it's so precious. For one, it's super precious because of the simple fact that it's something that you cannot rewind and say I want to do over. And then also, like she just said, something you can't get back. It's special. It creates the moments and the memories. So it's certain elements of it that you're not trying to get back. But when people decide that they want to redo something and try to revamp something or do something different, that's when you messing with the elements of time. And because it's not supposed to be that way, the end result isn't going to always be good for people. So we got to be very, very careful with the time we have and who we spend our time with. It's super important for those reasons, but we also got to think about the fact that time is not on anybody's side. It's just not. We get our moments in time. We get our time to grow, you know, if whatever age it is that we're going to make it to and live to, we're getting that time to keep on enjoying getting to that age on an everyday basis. But it's not something that's going to be there forever. So we have to stop thinking that we can take advantage of it, or that we can beat it, and that we have to remember in time there's an element of surprise. You don't know what's coming.
You don't. You never know. You really never know. You can plan, but plans might not always fall the way you want them to fall.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So that's our quote of the day.
Right. Ooh, y'all. Okay. Okay. That.
True that.
Okay. That's my song too.
So Queen, tell the people what you've been up to.
To be honest, working and moving. That's what I really, really been up to the last since May. Like working, moving. I ain't really been traveling, but hey, I'm coming back. And just really, I really been working on just me, trying to master who Candance is, trying to be the best version of Candance Johnson-Pleas, this person that I am now. So really, that's really all I just been working on me. Some people don't like it, hey, but you know, hey, that's some people, you know, because I have to show up to be a better version of me each and every day. And if I can't show up and be a better version of me, then I can't even love the people that I need to love up on if I ain't being a better version of me. So really, I just been working my butt off, trying to get these children straight, trying to get one out of the first 2 years of college, one going back to college. So just trying to keep them motivated. And baby, I'm really just enjoying life. The
That's a beautiful thing, though.
Everything.
And you getting to do it on your own terms.
My own terms. Really not worried about what people say, think, care. Don't be trying to hurt nobody's feelings intentionally or nothing like that. But I have to put myself first. And I got to come first. All right.
But it's very important that when you get to a point in your life where you know you deserve that type of peace, you embellish it and you take advantage of it, and that's what you're supposed to do. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I just been chilling, working, enjoying my new place. Like I'm out here on the back porch talking to y'all now. So it's been good. It's truly been an eye opener the last 3 months of the person that I am and the person that I'm striving to actually be for my family, for myself personally, for my business and stuff like that. So I really truly have been working on me, really not going out doing too many things and nothing like that. But I just been like, I need this peace. God, show me what you need me to do. Give me the wisdom and the strength that I need to continue to be the person that you have called me to be, not who Candance want to be, but who he has called me to be. So that's really what I really been doing, and just enjoying the people, because y'all be funny on social media when I'm able to get on there, because I ain't even really been doing that too much. Like I do my quote, like a couple of things, read a couple of things, but I really been like taking a break from that too.
Yeah. You have to though. Like I've never been completely like into Facebook to the point where I'm reading other people posts and comment on people posts. I've always cared about what I posted and got off. And I started thinking that's kind of selfish. Let me check into maybe a few people's things as they scroll down the timeline or whatever, and I started to see those things, and then it made me realize that people are people have things going on. They actually utilize this app as a diary or as a resource tool, or as just different things that you wouldn't even expect.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking about the business aspect of it, because I'm gonna jump into how I'm gonna make money off of something. So yeah. I started thinking about that.
Yo.
So,
hey, Dawn.
What's happening, sis? So, y'all, today we're gonna talk about the successful relationships mostly require love, and we know that. Like, we don't want anybody to take away the benefit of love from a relationship. Love is going to be there if you've made love be there. If you've done the things and put in the work and done the things you're supposed to do to have that love, that's nothing you have to talk about. But the thing is that is love enough? Because why kid yourself into thinking that love can sustain a relationship? It cannot.
It cannot.
And this is not 1945 anymore through 1965. This is not. You have to have a little bit more and more key components when we're talking about love. I mean, when we're talking about relationships, it's going to take a little bit more to keep things at a sustained level.
Yeah.
So yes,
this is not your grandparents' relationship.
No, this is not. And this is not even the time. This is not even the time that
at all.
Like things have changed so much. Like I see so many little funny memes and commercials about like when African parents or older generation American parents come to visit, they make it look like the woman do everything in the house with the kids and around the house, and that the husband don't help. But in actuality, right before they even got the call that she was outside, he had both of the kids on his hip. She's standing over there drinking her coffee by herself. He cooking with the kids on his hip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people are not accepting of, like, older generations are not really accepting of the fact that younger generations are saying, we're going to do this parenting thing together. This is not going to be a one-sided situation. And that's how it should be treated, because these children need more than one parent. These children need affection from more than one parent. So I like the way everything is they're working together to do the things that they need to do as parents or whatever. I like it.
And they should. Because your kids need to see both roles playing a part.
Right.
In the household. They don't need to just see mama doing everything, taking care of them, doing the dinner. They don't need to see that. They need to see both roles. Like, okay, daddy can cook sometimes. He can take care of us while she go have her little me time, and vice versa.
Yeah. Because that's exactly the way it should be. They should see that both parents are taking care of themselves. And that the other parent is looking out for them, for making sure they do have that opportunity and that time to do it. Because without that, you're going to have a whole lot of frustration on one side because they're not getting the same space and time that you're getting. And then, booyah, whatever could have been workable in that relationship is going to now become a blame game, a pointing finger game, and all of that stuff. And you don't have to even go through that if y'all just take the time to have a conversation about it.
That's where problems started. That's where problems start, because one feel like they doing more than the other, and problems start.
Well, yep. So key components. We're gonna drop a few key components on here. Let's start with number 1. The fair negotiation of resources. This is a key component of a successful relationship. And y'all say, Shell, why is this a key component of a successful relationship? And I'm gonna tell you in response to that, I'm gonna say this is why this is a key component of a successful relationship. Every relationship has only so many resources at different times and in different situations. Whether time, money, love, availability, or mental and emotional resilience, those resources must be allocated with fairness, generosity, and understanding. So successful couples negotiated priorities together, deciding what each may need at one time. And in times of abundance, those allocations are easier to manage. So if you got it, it's easier to know that this resource is going to be able to be used for this, that this resource is going to be able to use for this. If you're working on edge with it, you're going to have to be a little bit more tight with the resource, but there still needs to be levels of communication in all aspects of it. There is more of whatever each partner needs and can more easily meet requests, desires, or in an emergency. And when resources are depleted, successful couples know to adjust to those diminished coffers and negotiate to reach the best agreement that they can with what they have. So, resources. You're coming into your relationship already with the fact that you have resources attached to you. Everybody is not supposed to just come into the relationship empty goddamn handed.
No, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work now. You got to come with something. You got to
have some resources. And nobody's saying like, oh, just expound on everything that you know and put everything that you got and and lay all your cards on the table. No. But what is expected of you is for you to at least be able to step in if there is a need and your resource is there to assist, bring it out.
That's it. You got to come with something. You come in empty-handed, the relationship just ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
And that's a successful component in a relationship. People come with resources. You're not, if you know that you date somebody who is a DJ, and you have a huge social media following. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about either on your business page or either on your personal page. You have a huge social media following, and you're not willing to risk and post anything about that person's business.
No, that ain't gonna work.
No,
if that's your man or your girl, you supposed to be their number one supporter. Hey, look, they doing this weekend. Y'all need to be here. He having this party. She doing this. She cooking, or she making cakes. You need to be that person's biggest supporter.
You gotta be. And D, ain't nobody paying attention to this. I'm gonna skip right past this this comment. Talking about you ain't coming with nothing but a black trash bag because, baby, no. Okay.
Not the black trash bag.
Correct, Lori. It ain't gonna work without any resources. It ain't gonna work, and it's just so many reasons why you have to be able to have things that you like. When we had the conversation about bringing things to the table, it's not always about what you have physically and financially and what you have right there to put on the table and say, this is what I got. Sometimes it's strictly about what you can do, what can you stand in the paint for, how can you love me when I'm broken and things like that. It results to other things. So you have to think about the same thing when you're trying to have a successful relationship. You cannot come to this table empty-handed and that person got 3,500 resources or things at their disposal. And you talking about, well, I had a heart. No.
But some people don't look at it like that, Shell. Especially looking at, I had this conversation with somebody and looking at from the female standpoint. Some females think they don't need to come with nothing. They think the male supposed to come with everything, and that's not the case. When you looking at that material stuff, when you looking at the material part anyway, it ain't gonna work because that's what you basing this relationship on. What this person can do for you financially and stuff is never gonna work if that's all you looking for. Like people need more than that.
You can't even think that just because you're a woman and you bring your womanness to the table, that's even nearly enough anymore. You can't even think that people bring way more than that to the table.
I mean, way, way more. You don't know if this person got some emotional issues, or you just don't know. So you might be that person that, dang, look, this is what I can do. I'm in a positive space. Let me show you what I did so you can get to where I'm at, so this relationship can really build on something.
Right.
But I don't know. It's kind of, it's different. It's very different. But that comes with maturity, though.
It does. It comes with maturity, but you got to be willing to take that risk to get to the level of maturity to realize that, though, because there's so many people that don't have that sense of maturity about themselves that make them say, you know what, I need to be able to be a plug too. And not just for myself, but for the person that I'm with.
When you down, I'm up, so I can bring both of us up. Vice versa.
Right. Or if we already just up here and we just up here and it's somebody that I know that can be that resource, just drop that name or go check it out for me and make sure that it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Being with people, you have to be on the same wavelength. It's almost like you got to know what that person damn near thinking.
Yeah.
For the connection to be a true divine connection. Like before he speak, you already know. They already know what you were finna say. Let me go ahead and do this for you. Yep. And the same vice versa for the female. Like you got to be in tune with not just yourself, but the person that you with. You got to be in tune with them. You got to, man, look, it's some men so in tune with the women that they with, they could tell her when her cycle coming on, when it's going off, everything. Oh, you moody today. That means your cycle finna come on.
The nature of
things is so in tune with his girl.
The nature of things definitely have to be there. It can't be just it can't be one-sided like that. So otherwise it won't be a successful relationship. It wouldn't even be a key component of one. The next one, staying current. Life's demands change, resources wax and wane. Different life stages require adaptations and adjustments. Losses are inevitable. Point blank period. Losses are inevitable. Early dreams may fall by the wayside and new ones may emerge. In so many ways, quality relationships are like businesses that grow and shift with that works to keep them functioning as optimally as possible. And they are. You have to be willing to make adjustments in these relationships because that's what makes them successful. And relationships are no different. You can't have responses, offerings, and valuable contributions that may have been more than enough at one time must be continually transformed as new requirements demand different reactions. And that's my thing about staying current. If you know what's going on, your reactions will change with every situation that's going on because you're aware of what's going on around you. You're not hidden from the things that are happening around you. You are very optimistic. If your partner is optimistic because things are positive, more than likely you're optimistic because you guys are all paying attention to the same things. These are things that are key components. Staying current. You cannot be a person that somebody has to hold your hand to make sure that you understand how to work a phone. You cannot be that person that be talking about I'm too old to learn how to work this computer. You the same age as me, you gonna learn.
Yeah. If you talking about you don't know how to work a computer at this age, I don't know. I don't know. You got to stay up to date though. You got to stay up to date with everything because things are changing so fast. You got to stay constantly reading, studying. I mean, you got to be on top of your game at this age in the game. No matter what age you is, from the little children up until the oldest adult, you have to be on top of stuff because the world is changing just by the snap of a finger. That's just how fast stuff changes. Technology, like I was just telling my client husband today, I was like, he was asking me what type of phone. I was like, I do have an iPhone, but I'm an Android girl. I was like, but these phones will break on you within a year or two because technology it's just advancing each and every day. So you got to stay up on stuff. And that's in your relationship.
It's set up to shut down and do those things. So you got to be ready for change in everything that you're dealing with in your everyday life. Like I've never understood how people say, I depend. I call my girl for everything. She know everything.
What?
So what? So
what you know? Like what you know? Like that means she can't call you for nothing because you don't know nothing. So to a certain degree, it's really a setback for her and what she trying to go.
And you crippled. You crippled. That means she know where your social security card at, your birth certificate. You don't even know. You got to call her and ask her where it's at.
Let me tell you something. I had this conversation with one of my siblings, one of my male siblings. And it was about the whole child support thing. They was like, I didn't even know she knew my social security number. I said, because y'all men, some of y'all depend on women so much to do and handle your business for you. She know your whole life. Because you not handling your own business. Then you wondering how she got all your information. You gave it to her.
When you gave it to her in the beginning, she been holding on to it and holding it together, keeping it together.
She know your thing better than she know her own.
Better than she know hers. Trust me. And unselfish love. Unselfish love is a key component of a successful relationship because your love is comprised of the honest desire to seek the gratification of personal needs with making certain that your partner must thrive as well. So that means that you're willing to make sure that every time you grow, they grow.
They grow.
You're willing to make sure that every time you supersede to another goal level, they're doing the same thing. You're willing to offer those resources. You're saying, hey, I got you. You want to learn this? I got you. Let me teach you this. Let me show you what I just got. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. Every intimate partner struggles between the need for safety and security and the desire for freedom and growth. The former maintains the comfort of predictability, and the latter gives the relationship challenge and excitement. So there's always going to be something there that's happening in a relationship that's prominently, evidently growing. And if you're not taking the opportunity to say, I gained this, let me show you this.
Let me show you this. You got to push each other. You got to push each other. When it comes to them goals, man, look, I need you on my back as my accountability partner, because we partners already. But hey, babe, did you do this? You said you had this deadline. Do you need to have this done by this? I need you to show up for me just like if I was paying somebody to show up for me and be my accountability coach.
And that's exactly what they're saying in this particular the segment, is because they're saying that those of you who have supported your partner at your own expense know how scary it is to risk your own security to give your partner the opportunity to follow what he or she sees as offering more opportunities and altered dreams. You're giving, because with the things that you're teaching them, you're not just saying that I'm teaching you this or giving you this knowledge because I want you to just have it, but it can also either help you rear how you want to develop your goals and dreams. Yeah. So those things are important. Despite your insecurity, you know what is the right thing to do no matter what the cost is. So releasing some of those things, releasing those inhibitions, releasing those desires to say, I'm willing to give my partner this because I got it and I want them to have it just as much as I got it. That's an unselfish thing. And a lot of people don't have unselfish love. They don't even know what it is to give it.
Some people ain't never had real love, child. So they don't even know. Sometimes it's right down in front of their face, but they don't even see it. They don't even see it.
I've always felt like it's a very low vibrational thing to not be a benefit to someone that you call yourself someone that you love. Like I don't want to just say I'm good to you. I'm good for you because I feed you good food. I don't want that just to be a benefit that I'm good for. I want it to be other things else, even if that is something that you need. No doubt. I don't take that for granted because you need that. That's something that you need. But I want to be able to have some type of affluence that I've maintained for myself and my growth and my day-to-day, that I can say, you know what, this is something that can help us both.
Yep. Help each other. Why we in the relationship if we can't help each other? But everybody don't like change, Shell. Everybody don't like change. And my motto is for change. You may not like change, but change is always necessary.
It's necessary.
But I also
feel that people don't want certain people to grow so they can have that altruistic feature of contempt on them. Like I got you. I'm here. I'm higher than you. And this is the reason why you respected me so much. So I gotta keep that to make you keep having the same respect for me.
Why would you want a partner to be beneath you? I never understood that.
I've had some conversations with some clients that have told me that it was like, as soon as I start growing, her ass start itching. And I'm like, are you being serious? This is real?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. You gotta have it's very low vibrational for you to have those type of low self-esteem, correct, for you to have that type of attitude toward your partner growing. So you don't even want to come home and talk about like work. I don't come home and talk about work at work just because I know, unless it's something interesting that happened at work, then I'm gonna tell but otherwise work is supposed to be left at work.
At the door, at the desk. We don't need to deal with it.
That's it. Work's supposed to be left at work. But if it's something that bothered me at work, I'm gonna come and talk to my partner about it. If it's something that that happen greatly at work, if it's something that happened funny at work, I might drop some of those jewels on them. But otherwise, yes, work is definitely going to be left at work.
Yeah. That's why some partners can't work together. Some can't work together and build businesses and stuff, because it is a constantly, like, we constantly with each other all day long.
All day.
And we don't know how to turn work and personal, turn work off and turn personal life on.
Yep.
So it don't work for everybody when it comes down to being a partner and that aspect of having a business, running a business together. But you have
sometimes it just don't work. And you can't force it to work either. You can't force it when you
trying to be with nobody that's low vibration in any way. Not even friendships that's low vibration. I ain't even trying to be dealing with that, because I'm dealing with you and you around here vibrating very low. Then you might bring my energy down.
Correct.
And I ain't trying to let you do that.
Because that's real strong. That's a strong thing to do when your energy is so important already anyway. So any low vibrational aspects are going to cover over you just like that, just strongly. And you're gonna be so caught up in trying to help them and talk to them out of the things that they're going through that you're not even gonna realize that it's a dark cloud sitting on top of your face right now.
Yeah. And it's draining you.
Mm-hmm.
Through time. At first you might be all right, but you constantly listening to this person complain about the same thing, saying all these negative words, and it's just, before you know it, you in that same mindset, and you just like, damn, how the hell did I get here?
And the reason why this conversation about what love got to do with it is so adamant, so prevalent, is because even if you don't have the 9 key components, you're going to sit there and question whether or not you even in love. So if you're not an unselfish person and your partner is, you're gonna start to question why this person even loved me so much. It got to be something going on. That's why you're gonna start seeing things differently, because you're not giving the produce and the outcome that they're giving.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a huge question about what love got to do with it, because outside of love, what are your connections to your person? What are your things that you're giving to them that they can be proud, strong, and say, other than I just love my man or I just love my woman? Ariel says, if you don't believe in yourself, you don't want your partner believing in themselves, and it should not have to be. You should not have to compete with each other, and that's very true. But it's a lot of things. It's a lot of relationships that go head to head like that.
I mean, toe to toe, baby, toe to toe, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
It breaks a lot of self-esteem down, because you're not believing in that person, and now you said so many things that make them feel like they shouldn't even believe in themselves.
Wow. Crazy.
So you trying to transfer your low self-esteem to me?
Don't need it. That goes back to that soul tie thing. That soul tie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It is real, people. It is definitely real. Be careful.
That's right. Benefit number 4 is congruent, authentic, and open communication. Number 4 is a key component to a successful relationship, because communication, being authentic, and being congruent are 3 of the top things that work in an overall trustful relationship. In all communication, there is the content of words and the way the partners are with each other as they are connecting words. As they are connected, and words are useless if the process has gone sour. Good communicators are often to these in the moment shifts and immediately repair the interaction before returning to the content. And that's a good communicator. So if you guys are in the middle of a conversation and you said something referring to what you thought you heard, but they didn't say that, and before they continue on with the conversation, they're going to go back because we want to make sure that you're not having that type of inception of the of what I said, because you're not, if you do, you're not going to understand anything else that I'm saying moving forward. You're going to base whatever I'm talking about on that key word,
that
key phase that you heard that wasn't even completely correct.
Or you ain't let me finish what I was saying.
Correct. A person that is really good at communication, when they notice that something is off in what they just said, they'll stop so that they can explain themselves. They'll make sure that before they continue, there's an understanding and there's some clarity there that is going to make sure you got what they're talking about. Because most of the times when you're talking to people, they're not listening to understand.
No.
They're listening to respond.
That's it. Oh, I just said you may see, but you still not listening. I just posted it. You see, but you're not listening.
So you have to go back and make sure when you're dealing with people, when you know who you're communicating with, you have to go back and be sure that that person, that you slowed down that conversation enough to where you got the benefit of them not understanding and you caught it and you can fix it right then.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm telling you, they got on blinders to the rest of that conversation.
They just thinking about that one thing. And it depends. Well, I know being married and stuff, sometimes I have to just sit back and think about what we done talked about before I respond. It might take me a day or two because I'm thinking like, okay, did he say this? But when I come back with the questions I have, this is the problem that I have. Let's fix this. But we always had good communication. Always never had problems with like communicating with one another. Like, and I think that's what then helped us in the long run because of us communicating. Go ahead, say what you got to say. Let's come to an understanding. We're gonna agree to disagree, and we're gonna move on. Because we ain't got time to be lingering on this. And I'll be honest, sometimes it be me. It really do be me. It be me. Because that man be like, girl, I heard what you said. I get it. Why is you still around here upset? But that's just me being stuck. That be being stubborn. But I'm only like that with him. But the communicating and being able to talk about different stuff and agree to disagree, that's something that I had to work on.
Right.
That is something I definitely had to work on. And I had to really go ahead and say what I have to say within a certain period of time. Because if I let it sit on my heart too long, I'm going to get angry.
Right.
So I'm like, let me go ahead and process what you said first.
Right.
And then let's talk about this maybe tomorrow when I didn't calm down and I got clarity and a better understanding of what this conversation we didn't have. So we can get some understanding and so we can move on.
Because that shows that you're listening to understand. You're listening so that y'all can have a reason to be objective about the conversation. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking to go just be like, let me snap back and respond this way because this that what was said pissed me off so bad. That is not right. It's not rational.
You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to truly know who you're dealing with.
Yes, you do.
That snapback thing, child, that thing ain't even necessary.
And it don't let, and it's not, and it ain't even creative. Everybody want to do that. Be creative if that's gonna be the case. The next one, the true meaning of trust. At its most basic level, people who trust each other know that the other partner will not behave away from their any differently than they do when they're in each other's presence. It's as if there is a metaphysical tattoo in their presentation that signals, I am joyfully taken. There is pride in the way others talks about the relationships of others. When they talk about the relationship with others, their sentence begins with we rather than I. And people change over time, and trust must be certainly renegotiated and shared. What can be seen can be changed. There's simply no room for negative surprises. And that's really it's the truth. And when you're talking about trust, because trust will change over time. because the comfort level that you have with your partner will change over time. It becomes more relaxed as you age. And because you've been with this person for a while, you know that you don't even have to have those worries and those you don't even have those signals that say, you know what, my antennas need to go off because of this or that or this or that. No, you're not even thinking about that because you've literally made it through those times in your relationships that caused you concern, that made you feel like you needed to question those things. And that's beneficial for both of you. But a lot of times people can't even get to those stages because they're so caught up in other shit that held them so strongly, and they didn't get to say that they had a successful relationship.
Yeah. You gotta build, man. It take a lot to have a good successful relationship. It take a lot. It take a lot of growth between you and that person. But you got to have that understanding and that communication with each other. If you ain't communicating and y'all on two different wavelengths, it's just not gonna work.
That's
it's
not gonna work
at all. Like, you got to get on. Y'all got to be on the same accord. At damn near all the time.
All the time. It has
like I said, you got to know almost like what this person over here thinking. Like, yeah, I can even just looking at your partner. It's something going on. Let me go over here because this man here, it's something. Let me to the point that I know with me and my husband, it's like he know when something going on with me. It's like he feels. Man, I had to call you, man. What's going on with you? I had to call you. It's some you just dropped in my spirit so heavy. Like I know something going on with you. And it do be something going on with me. You got to have that connection. You got to have that connection. But that comes with a lot of questions, a lot of talking, a lot of deep conversations. And really that started with us. It started because we sat on the phone before we even really seen each other and talked for hours and hours and hours and hours. So you got to have that communication. If you ain't communicating on a daily basis, you just coming home and like, I don't feel like being bothered today. Well, damn. You know, hey, babe, how you doing?
Nothing.
Like, how was your day? You just said the last couple of days you don't feel bothered. Baby, no.
Right.
No, that ain't finna happen.
And this is very, very true, Ariel. When you stop communicating, it start feeling like things are being deceptive. It's like you shutting down on me, so you got to be talking to somebody. Or you got to be lying, or you lying about this, or you're not being truthful about that, because trust will start to be the level of trust will start to be questioned if you're sitting up there not being honest with me. I cannot believe that everything that you're saying to me it's truthful, because you are not communicating with me anymore. You're not giving me the same responses or the same attention when it came to certain responses. You're not giving me that anymore. So now I'm trying to have to figure out what you're saying, what you got going on. I'm trying to figure this out now, and I shouldn't have to do that.
I ain't got time to be guessing. I ain't got time to be guessing what's wrong with you, all that type of stuff. I don't have time. I do not have time. Let's go ahead, get this. Let's go ahead now, talk about what we need to talk about, and so we can go ahead and move on. As my husband told me, look, nobody is not finna, we did not get married for somebody to be sleeping on the couch. Like, come on now.
So, you know, and that's a lot of things. Like when you get to a level of mistrust and miscommunication, it will wear down how you speak to each other. It will wear down how you communicate, and it will wear down levels of communication. So these are things that are completely important. You have to have that level of trust. The true meaning of trust has to be vibrantly there in your relationship for it to be something that you can have outside of love. He said not on the couch.
couch. No, not on the couch. Yeah, he said, where you going? You call yourself mad? You ain't gonna sleep on the couch. You better get you another piece of cover and get in this bed. That's what you better do. But we ain't get married to be on no couch. No, ma'am.
If you don't want to wrap up in the same cover as me, get your own cover, but you're staying in the bed.
Look, and that's exactly what he said. Get your own blanket and get in the bed.
But you're staying in here.
Look. You got to talk about stuff. You got to be open. You can't be hiding stuff from your partner and stuff like that. You got to have that line of communication and know that you safe. You feel protected from that person, because if you don't feel safe and protected from the person that you with, baby, you don't need to be with them. That means you scared.
But you know what I've learned too is that a lot of people don't know what it is to be to protect and to provide safety and convenience. So, and it's not that they don't want to or just don't want to do it for you. They just didn't even know that part existed.
Yeah.
They don't even know it existed. And that's, we'll think so this is insane. This is crazy. You don't know this, but a lot of them don't.
Baby.
A lot of them don't. Sometimes the couch is comfortable. Oh, goodness.
But that memory foam bed is even comfortable.
She said we married. So, look, you gotta pick and choose your battles, though. It's not always
you definitely do.
It's not always easy to go into a battle with a hard head, knowing that you don't even mean anything you about to do right now. Mm-hmm. And you just want to make it tough because you in a bad space. And now both you trying to put both y'all in a bad space. And why? Because when y'all both in a bad space, y'all ain't finna have no fun that night.
Child, people gonna be mad for weeks. I ain't got time to be mad for weeks, girl. Please, I got too much I'll be trying to do to be mad. Child, what? Can't stay mad long.
It's insane. It's insane.
Can't stay mad long. But growth and maturity.
Growth and maturity.
That is that thing. Growth and maturity. I can look back on my other relationships and be like, dang, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing. I got to show up as this person to be a better person. So I won't trigger him with whatever. I might do something to trigger. I don't want to do anything to trigger him. So let me not do this, because this ain't the same person that I was dealing with.
Exactly.
This totally.
They're not even giving you any signs or even any reasons for you to feel like you got to handle them the way you had to handle somebody else. They've not even did nothing to make you feel that way, but you ready to go ahead and give them the same BS.
Learn how to just shut up.
So that's what the next one was: triggers from past relationships, because we know that a lot of people do bring in what they had going on in other relationships, but you cannot. If you want your relationship to be a successful relationship, you got to leave your past behind.
You definitely do.
You got to leave your past behind. You can't even have no expectations of that person to be similar to anything in your past. Even the good things that happen from your past, don't have no expectations. Just have the expectation that this person is going to be who they are.
Yeah. And don't be talking about, well, I such and such ain't do it. Girl, hold it. You need
and no one comes into correct. And no one comes into a relationship without emotional baggage. Everybody has had past traumas and different things of that nature, but it's how you deal with it. And so the way people resolve those past issues is a critical harboring of how they can be triggered in their present relationships. The more both partners know about past entanglements, this is why you hush your mouth about your past. The more both partners know about past entanglements and their consequences, the better they are prepared to differentiate between what is happening just between them and what may be surfacing as the old. Now, if you know that you're not trying to fix yourself, don't come telling me about what you did over here with Tammy.
At all.
because especially if you know for a fact that you're not trying to grow.
Mm-hmm. That part.
And now, if you want to talk about some of the things that were beating you down and that was triggering you to do certain things and all that, we can talk, because it sounds like you may want to get past that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think that you're going to bring into this current relationship something that you and Tammy did, and you don't understand why she responded this way, and you want me to care,
Chabo. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
you haven't been able to let go and grow.
Yeah.
And I don't want to
maybe you need to be on your own too. If you ain't let go, you need to be on your own. And that's another thing when it comes down to being in a relationship. You need to get over the last relationship. You need to be able to get out of that relationship, find who you are again, because you're a different person. You done been in a relationship, you're a different person. You got your little hurt and trauma there. Get you together, then go into another relationship.
Mm-hmm.
People jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. You ain't even, because some of y'all be out here with somebody, then that mess up because you around here talking to this other person. Now you in the relationship with that. You bringing in the same. Stop bleeding on the people.
Mm-hmm.
Stop bleeding on the people.
And just reopening wounds and injuries.
Yeah, you got to stop bleeding on people. You got to get yourself together, because every day all of us are growing every day as individuals. So you done got out of this one relationship and you still, you dealing with the hurt, the pain, or whatever. I don't even care if it was a mutual decision that y'all then came, look, this ain't working for us. You know, both of y'all came to agreement. You still need to take time to get over that. Give yourself some time and just love on you before you get into this new relationship. Because now you can write down the things that, okay, this is what I need to work on before I get into another relationship with somebody. These are the things that I need to work on. I now, not we, I. So when I get ready to be in this next relationship, I can give my 100%. I can give all of me without having that baggage from this last relationship.
And it's okay for your baggage not to be completely something that you've been able to completely drop, but you know what triggers you to that baggage. You know what drives you towards something like that. The wounds will never heal. And that's why they're so easy to be cut open, because you never let those wounds heal.
It's don't like have salt on it. You're just putting salt on it.
That's it. He talking about tell that bird to hush.
I'm outside. I'm outside.
Sound beautiful outside. We're gonna skip to number 8 because I think this one is a key important. The next one was consistent.
Let us glance at 7 though. Let us glance at 6.
I'm about to show you 7 consistent expressions of what is working. So you have always notating and stating what is working in your relationship. That's what number 7 is. That's why I said we have to go too much into it, because I know that that's a simple thing. You and it's basically saying I'm being appreciative of what my partner's doing and I'm showing that same thing in return. We're being reciprocal. So constantly showing expressions and showing gratitude for what is working. That's huge. Let that man
know, let that female know, babe, I appreciate you.
That's right.
I appreciate you. You ain't got to be nothing just out of the blue, babe, I appreciate you.
Yeah, because you gotta. How is it gonna continue to work if ain't nobody showing no gratitude?
That gratitude, you gotta compliment when people tell me that they spouse don't compliment them or their partner don't compliment them, I'm like, what? They don't compliment you? Like what? That don't even sound right. You with somebody that don't tell you that you pretty, you handsome, you beautiful, you nice, like you don't, like, come on now. That's crazy. That is real crazy, but
it happens.
It happens.
And it's because again, like we said, everybody don't know how to handle things in relationships, and they're not always willing to learn.
That's true.
Egoless leadership, role definitions and their executions are not fixed in quality relationships. The partners are not defined by rigidly expected behaviors and effortlessly giving leadership in the person who can do it best at the time. They are a team first, and winning means there is no automatic captain sometimes. So you're in this relationship knowing that it's going to be times where you got to stand up in the paint and be the captain, and they got to stand up in the paint and be the captain. But guess what? The role is not stated that they're the captain. It's whoever has to do it for the betterment of the team.
Yep. We still team.
We still team.
No matter who's no matter who in the forefront, we still team. I'ma just sit back here. I'ma do what I got to do, my part in the back, while you out there in the forefront, and vice versa.
That's right.
I'm gonna know how to play my position when you tell me to play my position in the back. That's what I'm gonna do. Everybody don't know how to do that because some people want control and power. They want to always have that control and power. But you got to know how to step back. You have to know how to step back and let that person lead, male or female. And know that they have your best interest, y'all best interest at heart. You got to do that. But people that want that power and control, they don't know how to step back.
They don't know how to step back. They don't know how to step back. You gotta be able to say, it don't matter who lead today or who can run this marathon faster. The person who run it faster is the person who's gonna do it. And it don't make them the priority. It don't make them the biggest winner. It don't make them anything greater than anybody else on this team. We are a team.
We're a team. Babe, you strong. Babe, look, babe. You strong in this category. So I need you to lead us today.
That's right.
Because you can do this. I'm going to just sit back and follow your lead.
That's right.
You got to do that. And women, sometimes we have to be quiet and let the man truly lead now. You got to be quiet sometimes.
You got to trust him. And they got to
trust him that he got y'all best interests.
You got to trust them. And you gotta, and they have to have given you that trust, that reason to be trusting. So it all is a hand-in-hand situation. If y'all gotten this far, you definitely know that you're working together. It's working.
Yeah. That's right. One thing I can say, like telling Tony, I was like, man, like being with you from the very beginning, I knew that I felt safe. From the day that I met you and talked to you on the phone and had actually spent intimate time with you, I already knew, okay, this man is a protector and he makes me feel safe, period, point blank. My children feel safe. All of us, his kids, we all feel safe because he is that manly man. He is that man. And he makes sure that, okay, I got to protect my family. They come first. Everybody else on the outside that ain't in this household, this wife, these 5 kids, they come first. And he always made us feel protected. Like I was just having a conversation with somebody and we were talking about co-parent. I was like, child, when it came to me getting married and my kid's dad dealing with him and his girlfriend and stuff like that, I was like, child, look, they didn't came to my house and had a conversation. Guess where I was? I was standing behind my husband like this. I let him do the whole, the whole conversation. He was doing the talking. I was just, that's just how I was. Like peeking from behind him, like, and didn't say,
it's trust and security. It's trust in that. And you, without a secure person, without somebody that makes you feel like there's nothing that can be done without them being by your side, it's not a key component of a successful relationship. Yeah. You have to have that security. You have to have that trust. You have to have that bond. You have to have that knowledge that this is going to be okay, because it's not just me that has to work through it. It's us together.
It's us together. We're a team. We are a team.
That's right. That's right. And the last one is inquiry before judgment. Successful partners do not assume, guess, or come to conclusions about the other's thoughts and behaviors without checking with each other as to the accuracy of their assumptions. They have learned that rapid reactions said in defense will not result in a meaningful resolution, so they commit to asking for more clarity before they respond. And that's on everything. That's before you decide to make a big purchase. That's if y'all having a conversation and you thought you heard something. Remember, we talked about this. You thought you heard something, but it wasn't clear. So you check back to make sure of what you heard. Those are things that let you know that you're willing to inquire before you judge and respond to something that you may be wrong about.
Yeah.
That's a key component. That's a key component. Just hush.
Be quiet, please.
Men in relationships,
the finger over the mouth with the church finger.
Correct. Men in relationships break up because incorrect assumptions of another's motives trigger mistrust, even when it's not warranted. Even when it's not warranted, it could be based on a mistake. Now you done caused this grave deal of mistrust between you and your partner because you're always doing it. You jump into conclusions.
You just need to shut up. Just shut up.
Just shut up. Hush. And if you don't like the word shut up, just hush.
That's it.
Sometimes.
Now my husband had to tell me that, like, if I cut him off, he'd be like, babe, would you just shut the hell up and let me finish? And when he said, he had to say it to me a couple times, so now I just be like, go ahead, my bad, I'm sorry, my bad, go and say what you got to say. But it'd be so funny because would you shut the hell up? Even my parents, like my stepdad, even with him, like he could say, be just talking and my mama look at him, would you just shut the hell up?
You got to be quiet. You got to be quiet. There's so much understanding in just listening. Because when you listen, you got a person's read. You paying attention to reactions. You paying attention to body language. You paying attention to how they moving when they talking. You paying attention to everything.
Everything.
But most of the time, so many people are just listening to respond. They're not listening to understand. They don't gather all that, because what a person may not be saying, their body could be saying it.
Yeah.
So you have to pay attention to your person when they're talking. Don't just be thinking that they just talking. It's a key component in a successful relationship. Everybody be around here talking about, I love Joe. I do anything for him. He rock my world. He do this, he do that. But you can't tell me nothing else that he do that make you grow. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing that he's done to have y'all in a successful relationship. You can't tell me that this man has made you want to listen and be quiet while he talk. Unless he's talking about money, he gonna give you. You can't tell me that he got resources that's gonna help benefit you in your life. You can't tell me that if he's up to date on the current things that are going on with y'all, so that when you come talk to him about something, or if something happened in y'all relationship, you're not out here looking stupid. You can't. He not loving you unselfishly, because there are plenty of times that he's sitting up here throwing stuff back in your face that he think that you don't know, you ain't paid attention to. There's no authentic and open communication, but you swear up and down that motherfucking Joe love you. You don't have an egoless relationship. Your relationship full of ego. It's so full of ego, it makes no sense that every time he do something for you, he got to report to you and let you know that he did it for you. Every time you do something for him, you telling him what you did for him just so you can get the next thing that you want from him.
Remember what I
did? You know that is not sound and solid if there's no inquiry before judgment. You so flip at the mouth that if that man tell you to hush for 5 seconds, you feel like he done told you to shut the fuck up before I kick your motherfucking ass. And all that man said was hush, because I want you to hear me out.
Silence.
All those things form to respect and love, and they build up to other great things that make your relationship key. If you're not experiencing a lot of those aspects in your relationship, you probably just in it for love. And guess what's going to end up happening?
It ain't gonna last.
It's going to die.
It's not gonna
last. It's going to fall to the wayside. Nothing.
Love can't pay the bills and all of that other stuff. Can't do that. Can't do that. It's a lot more. It's a lot more.
Because you could treat a person with so much disrespect and so much low class BS, so much low vibrational stuff, so much low energy related stuff. And then you turn around and you think you can fix it all by saying, I love you.
Child, please.
It's not going to work.
That action for me. You can say what you want to say. It got to be that action.
It got to be that action.
Got to be that action. Yeah. Just learn how to listen.
Hush your mouth.
Hush your mouth. And learning how to listen is really you just sitting back, turning your TV off, and just in your own thoughts.
Paying attention.
Paying attention. That's the way to start. Turning that TV off, getting off the social media, and just sitting back in a quiet space. Sitting back in a quiet space now. And just paying attention to what you thinking about and what you need to be doing. But learn how to hush. Male and female. That go for both of y'all. Because men be around here popping off too. They be around here popping off too. But you got to learn how to, you just got to know how to just be quiet and just sit back and listen. And stuff.
You got to.
If you want that relationship,
you gotta also want that though. You gotta want that. You gotta want better for whatever you got going on. You gotta want better for your relationship. You gotta want better for your future and better for your goals. And in order for that to happen, is you gotta be working on you and how you are and how you respond and how you do things in that relationship. You have to.
That's what that self-care and working on you, mastering you. That's what that.
And you got to be trying to do that before you jump into these relationships. If you're not ready, don't do it yet. Take some more time to love on you so that you can get ready.
You can't show up as the best version of yourself if you're not taking care of yourself. Because that means you can't show up for nobody, not even yourself.
That's right.
So master you. Master you first.
Now, I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Queen, for jumping on today and bringing your relationship expertise to the table today, and giving the people some of that good energy from Queen's movement, and also just being able to listen to other key points and other key elements always gives people the idea and understanding of what they can and cannot be doing or should not be doing, because it's not just something that's like, we gonna make sure you know this, we're gonna make sure you know that. No, it's not something that's forced. It's options. It's other things you can do so that you're not doing things the same way, because the same results are obviously giving you the same outcome. The same things that you're doing giving you the same results. So that means it's not changing anything. It's insane. So we're just giving you different options as to how you can make your relationship more successful for you. Because if it's not going to be working for you or being a benefit, then you might as well call it quits. If you're thinking that love gonna be the only thing that save y'all.
Baby, that love ain't gonna save you, honey. Ain't gonna save you. Sorry. Somebody told it's wrong, but it's not. It's not.
It's not.
More to it. It's more to it. Daily work. Relationships is a daily work. It's daily. You can't stop working. You can't stop working on self. You can't stop working in your relationship with one another. And it ain't nothing wrong with going to get a little counseling together. Nothing wrong with
it. I need people to stop thinking that that's a problem.
That is not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Not a problem.
It's not a problem, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all next Wednesday for another brand new episode live, because we drop the best live shows, y'all. I promise you. But tune in next week. We of course got another special guest, and you'll see when you see. But I'll definitely be happy to see y'all next Wednesday. I think that's what, the 24th. I'll catch y'all back here on Wednesday the 24th. Y'all be blessed up. Take care of yourselves. Do something good for yourselves. Feed yourself good. Be loving to yourself. Take yourself on a date. Do something good for you. And remember, life is always going to be good to you if you good to yourself. All right? Y'all take care now. Peace. See y'all next week. Peace, Queen.
Bye.